Amy from Muscat. How are you? Yeah, what's very interesting is that when I left Royal, I stopped for 8 months. I didn't do anything. I literally did not do one tandem. Okay, because I was at home with the baby and I didn't do any exercise. I mean, literally, I went completely stopped. And then I started to have backache. I had started to have bad joints and things. And I thought, okay, I'm going to start again a little bit, you know. I used to go a little bit to the opera house, but now I can't go there anymore because it's something to do with the rules, the fact that I'm not working there, I couldn't stay in the studio. So I had a beautiful studio, but still on my own. And someone asked me to go to dance, and I was like, crazy, I stopped for 8 months, so I don't think I can do a gala again, you know. Like, oh, come on, you know, we want you to come. And so I started, that was the motivation to restart again, to try. And I felt so much better training again.
Mara, why did you want to go to the Royal? Why did you want, why did you choose to go to England? Because you didn't go to the Royal.
No, the thing is, Iñaki, okay, you know, Royal Ballet for me was like a hurt, yeah? And obviously I never thought I would go there, right? All through my dancing school, I never kind of thought I would go to Royal. Actually, I used to watch a lot of American ballet theater videos, so I wish I went to, when I was young, I wish I wanted to go to ABT, you know, because of course in La Scala I grew up the guests such as Baryshnikov and you know, Cynthia Arby and all these people that they came to La Scala to guest. So my eye was always to America, and of course my aim was to join La Scala. But the last year, do you remember Misha Messerev?
Yeah, of course. He's still teaching.
Misha Messerer came to La Scala, and then he was putting up one of his ballet, you know, for the school performance.
I saw him a year ago in Russia. I went to Russia. I went to choreograph in Russia, in St. Petersburg. Yeah. And he is the ballet director of the Mihailovsky Ballet Company.
Yeah, he's doing very well. Yeah. So he came to La Scala to put the ballet for us for the last year. And then he said to me, I'll have to take you to London. You have to audition for Royal. You've got to audition for Royal. And for me, that was like, I never thought of that. Do you see what I mean? So he brought me to London, and I did the audition. I was overwhelmed because, of course, I didn't think I would go because I didn't speak English. You know, it was London. Who goes to London? My parents. You know, and he so insisted. And then my mom said, "Okay, go to London, do the auditions." You know, and when Anthony. After the first audition, Anthony said to Misha, because he couldn't speak to me because obviously I didn't speak English. Misha said, they want to give you a contract for the tour to Japan straight away in May. And I was like, hold on a minute, I can't do that. You know, it's like, I need to finish my diploma, you know, I've got a few months left. I was a little bit shocked, you know, because I was like, oh, they really need me to go on tour. So I refused. I didn't refuse, but I said, my God, I have to decide. I think I really want to finish my graduation. You know, you work so hard. You work so hard for the graduation, you know. And then so they called me back in the summer. So and I went, yeah, go.
So they call you back. So they really wanted you. They really wanted
for another audition. Yeah, for another audition, because it was fair to do another audition. And then in the summer, they called me. They called my mom while I was actually in the school. Still, I was graduating, they called my mom and they said I got a job from September. I just couldn't believe it. I mean, I was like, this is like a dream coming true. So I wasn't aiming for Royal Ballet at the beginning, you know, so I wasn't. And did you aim for the Royal Ballet when you?
To Misha Messerer, isn't it?
Yeah, thank God to Misha Messerer. And then of course his mom, lovely mom, still remember her, still teaching for us.
Of course.
Was
beautiful teacher.
oh,
Beautiful teacher. I enjoyed much more her class than his.
I mean, yeah, both
Beautiful teacher.
completely different. Yeah, both completely different. But she was very pushy, you know, and I remember she used to go in the office all the time and say to Anthony, "Why is this girl not dancing this role? Why is this?"
Typical of her.
Amazing.
All days. And you were really lucky because you started dancing really soon. Really soon in the company.
Sorry,
Normally, you know, things like that, they happen. Well, out of the blue, you performed Ireland. I remember, out of the
it
blue.
was La Ronda.
You know,
Remember, it was La Ronda first.
Yeah, it's a smaller part. I mean, you wouldn't compare. La Ronda is beautiful ballet. Beautiful. It's a shame that they, you know, technically that they don't do it that much.
No, I love his job. I love his work.
It's a shame.
I love his work. I mean, I think I've learned so much from La Ronde, and I think that's why I probably end up doing Ireland at the end, because I did La Ronde first, which is quite hard, really hard. I was shitting myself. Before I went on stage, I was crying from nerves. I don't want to go on. I was like, I don't want to go on. You know, like I was only 18, you know. So, and then I think that's why I end up doing Ireland, because I've danced already around. But it was instead of like, it's really weird because my career started the way around.
Why?
You know what I mean? Like, you know, when you start in the company, you start to do solos, you start to do classical stuff, you know, to grow an artist and everything. I started with acting.
I did that. I did all the solos, all the princes, all the funny boys, and then at the end, almost great, you know, dramatics.
Yeah.
That's normally the way. That's normally the way.
Yeah, but it took me ages to get to do like little solo. Do you remember Anthony? That was amazing because he had this incredible eye on dancers, and wait until the right time when you were really ready to do a solo, unless you were perfect.
Did you ever enjoy more the dramatic works, or were you ever felt really comfortable in classicals? Did you like to be in future like a proper ballerina, or you would have preferred the wild, you know, environment of work?
It's very interesting question, this, because for me the dramatic role, when I knew I had to do a dramatic role, for me it was like I can really let go. You know, I didn't feel confident, but I knew that was something I wanted to really do. You know, deep inside is something I really love doing, and it was with the drama, the acting, not just the dancing. For example, Giselle, which is a pure classic, I absolutely love doing it. I always felt good about it, you know. But as soon as I had to put a tutu on and do a really pure classic, which I loved,
Aurora.
for instance, like Nutcracker, I love it. There is a duet in Anastasia, which I did, you know, the beautiful, you know. But some of the Firebird, for example, it's fine because it's technical, but it's free, you know. But as soon as I had to be so pure, I would really struggle. And because I didn't like to watch myself in it. See what I mean? So when I was in the studio and I just would not like the shape of myself with it, you know, even though you know, they used to say, oh, pretty legs on a tutu. But it wasn't that. It was the fact that I didn't like myself. I just did not want to see it, you know. So it was tough mentally. I wouldn't say technically, no, because I was strong. I had a good jump. I had a turn. It was more like the look.
I remember you never mentioned it, but you were a beautiful pig.
Sorry?
You were a beautiful pig, Phil Margarde.
Phil Margarde. I love Phil Margarde. It was so good.
Young, sweet, you know, it really, 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 I don't know, you know, cute, you know, really, really, really nice.
Thank you. But I mean, we do it with you. Doing it with you.
No,
I remember doing
no,
the
you
partner, you know, and all that. No, the other thing is, it's very strange because when I was young, I would really suit those really sweet roles as well. But I think as I got older, I became more sophisticated.
Okay. You were beautiful, sweet.
I don't know. I think they started to cast me for really sophisticated roles. Maybe it has something to do with my face. I don't know, with my physicality. I mean, remember Ashley Page used to always cast me for his ballet, and I was very sexy, always very hard sometimes, and yeah, no, dark. But then it's really strange because even many years later, when I did Romeo and Juliet, I remember someone comment, "My God, you look like 16," you know. I think for me, like Phil Margarde, for example, it was great to do at that time, that age. I think it was perfect for me. I was fresh, was young, and as we went on with the years, I got taken out from the cast not because they didn't think I was good enough, but I think it's because I looked more sophisticated. And I think also because the generation comes in and there's younger and dancers and better, and you know, and you just get put in a different box.
From Tatiana, you know, Oniegin, you know, to Chroma, has nothing like, you know, there's a completely different person, or even to Wolf's works. So again, you know, it's such a nice, I don't know, portrait of you that you could be so many.
I mean, each time I would go in the studio and then I knew I had to work with Ashley New Ballet or Wayne McGregor New Ballet, like really modern, you know. I got so inspired. I mean, I just, you know, and I didn't think I was good in it. You know, I never thought that I was good in modern stuff because obviously I'm not, like, as I said, I'm not a contemporary modern dancer. But I take the chance because I said, well, the choreographer chose me to do it. So it means that they want me to do it. You know, they like me in that. So, and even now that I'm 46, sometimes I get messages from contemporary dancers, choreographer who wants to create a piece for me. And I'm like, okay, that's amazing. It's very flattering because I'm 46 and with so many dancers around the world, amazing. I mean, I'm amazing contemporary dancers too, that there's incredible. I mean, the variety out there is incredible and I love watching them. Why me? you know. And because obviously, maybe because they like to work on a classical body, they like to work in a person's got like experience in the drama or whatever, and because they always say, well, I saw you doing chroma and I really like, you know, the way you did chroma. It's like, okay, fine. But, you know, for somebody like, for example, I used to watch Zenaida a lot when she used to do Matsek and then all this kind of modern work. And she had this an amazing move and very unique. And I used to think, gosh, I wish I could move like that, you know. Really, you know, when you watch somebody and you really wish you could really move like that. And I used to just love watching her. And but of course, I could never be like that because, you know, this is me and that's her. And that's how beautiful.
And she also trained as a, you know, contemporary dancer. She always. Yeah.
Amazing. And I said I could never do that. But then when I started with Wayne, I thought, well, I'm just gonna be who I am, what I can do. And even when I did Matsek, it was the same. Iñaki, I've lost you, no? So I brought it my way, you know, even though I never trained as a contemporary dancer, because it's really hard to be a good contemporary dancer, very hard, especially if you've been classical, because they're more relaxed, things like more, you know.
You have to give a really big thanks, you know, to Ashley. Ashley Beck has contributed to all of us in an amazing way, which nobody ever has been grateful enough.
Huge. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Ashley, and he has given a lot of us so much from young age, and I will never forget that. I mean, I'll never forget. I used to love working with him. I used to always get my adrenaline excited, and the amazing thing, those choreographer, they used to give you confidence. You know, like. I never felt that I was insecure when I was doing their stuff. They made me feel like, yes, I can do this, and I really love that. I can't wait to do it, you know. And I think it was the same in a classical way with Kenneth.
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, but Feel for Symmetries is such a good ballet. They should revive it at one point. You know, Feel for Symmetries is such a good piece. They should somehow they should make a tribute to it.
Yeah, music.
It's such a good piece.
Yeah.
Lighting, costume, it's such.
Yeah.
I always remember Anne DeVos. Do you remember Anne?
Yeah, I remember Anne.
Anne DeVos was such a beautiful dancer.
Yeah, I remember Anne because when she got injured, I had to do that role, and that's when I started to work with Ashley. When I jumped into the role of Anne, which she was incredible in it, and then I thought, Christ, I need to look like her now. She was
long blue eyes and very good girl.
The opposite, darker. Pointy nose. Yeah, I know. No, she was, I mean, amazing, because I appreciate the work from them as well. You've got to appreciate what they're actually going through. You know, I try myself to do choreography. It's very hard. It's hard. It's almost harder than being a dancer there and do the steps, you know. And that's what makes a relationship with the dancer and choreographer, is the understanding, the loving the process, the loving the researching, and do something completely maybe out of your way. And I really would tell anyone in the classical world, in the classical ballet, to really try also. You know, I love to work with you one day. You know, if I'm still standing, you know, if I'm still standing, you know, I love to work with you again. But you know, but you have to take it. You know, it's your chance. You take it. You know, you have it there, and then you go, gosh, I do it. I'm gonna do it. You know, whatever it takes me.
Absolutely. Well, you have to wait for the quarantine to be over now. To be proactive again, you have to wait for the quarantine to be over.
I know.
Which it seems to be, which it will take a little bit longer than we.
God.
But anyway, Mara, it's been blessed to talk to you. It's been blessed to really know how you are, how well you are, how, you know, you haven't lost any of your humor, you haven't lost any of your personality, you look so happy. A little bit away from me, you know, Muscat is not quite a bit of a dropping place. You have them.
It's gonna take me about 40 hours to get to you.
You know, but it's been wonderful to see you. Even if it's a little of the camera, you know, it's been wonderful to talk to you. And I don't know, I send you all my love, all my best to you.
I'm sending you my big love to you.
We all were babies. We all grown up really well. We all still happy. We all still mature. And I hope we can have one day really happily.
Yes. And I wish you all the best over there. Keep going, because you're doing very well. And you brought me back to, you brought me back from years ago, and you know, all those memories, which is amazing to talk about it, because it brings me a smile back, for, you know, to think how lucky I was to have known you, to being with you, with other people, and to just remember the really wonderful time. And that's what we should all do in our life. It was, thank you so much. It was so great to see you. Really, I mean it from the bottom of my heart.
Take big care and give all my love to your family too.
You too, same.
Take care.
Ciao.
Bye, Mara.
Love you. Bye.